Good morning, students. I want to first off apologize because today is Wednesday and I thought that I posted this video as of Monday, but it wound up being in my draft box. I had a few parents who reached out to me with concern that I hadn't posted this week's activities, and sure enough, I looked in my draft box and I had not. So I wanted to go over what we're going to be doing this week in the site. So you're going to go to the Wix site. So Keita Johnson .wixsite.com. I'll make sure to post the link for you guys. And so there's no weekly reading really. Well, there is in the science always. But what I'm going to do is when you get over here to the math area, I created another tab for math. I'm going to start putting things in here based off of weeks because I've noticed that some of the friends or classmates have not had the opportunity to complete the online tasks. And I mean, it's totally acceptable. Sometimes their internet's not working or they're only dealing with one device and multiple siblings in the house and so forth. So if you're ever having a problem where you can't turn it in, that's fine. Just shoot me an email, but it's still expected that you turn it in. You could just ask for an extension so you get a little bit more time to turn those lessons in. So with this one, because, and just so you guys know, I'm going to start ordering things by week. Like this is week 4 of the month, because it's the last week of April. So I'm going to go ahead and post it as Math Week 4. So this is going to be the tab that you would select. And this is we're going to be talking about fractions and number lines. So this is the actual standard here, but by the end of this lesson, you should be able to see fractions as numbers on a number line. Students will represent fractions on a number line, and students will use a number line to solve basic math problems involving fractions. So as you all know that I like to use education.com, and I think pretty soon here I'm also going to be using Splash Math, which I'll send you the codes to as well. But as of today, we're going to be doing education.com. But first things first, we're going to be watching the Khan Academy Fractions on a Number Line video. It's a 4-minute video, and when you click it, it should be able to walk you through the task. And once you're done watching the video, because it's relatively simple, you're just going to go to education.com. And once you go to education.com, you're going to log in under your code, okay? So that's that for math. Now the science aspect, it's the same thing as I said before with science. This is going to be Science Week 4 because we're in the 4th week of April. Go ahead and click on week 4. And we're going to be focusing more in depth on structures and properties of matter, okay? So one of the fun things that we'll be doing is we're going to be checking out Chemistry for Kids. I love Chemistry for Kids website for acquiring knowledge on matters that deal with science or chemistry. It's amazing. So first things first, we're going to be reading the states of matter. So this will it will fulfill our reading element. And so we're going to be, because this actually tells us it's more in depth. That's why I like the Chemistry for Kids. There's actually 5 states of matter, but most of the books and things like that focuses on 3 states of matter, which is fine. But I like to give you that information. That way you don't feel that maybe next year or when you get in middle school sometime you're like, they lied to me. There are only 3 states. They told me there were 3 states, or they're actually 5. So to be more informed is always the best way for me. So you're just going to go ahead and go through these, and you're going to read each section. So it's going to talk about solids, how it adds energy to become a liquid, add energy to become a gas, and plasmas, which would be like our stars and things like that. And I actually think that plasmas is actually one of the most fascinating parts of the state of matter. And I don't see why in our regular areas we don't touch on it until later on. But I figure, hey, we're at home, we have a little bit more time, we could spend a little bit of time just looking at plasma because I mean I love stars and I love those types like the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights. That's plasma and it's awesome and beautiful. So the state of matter changes as you add more energy and so forth. So you're gonna read these things, right? And then once you have finished reading this, you're gonna go back to the Wix site. And then you're gonna watch the information. This is a TED Ed about plasma, which focuses more on plasma. So, sorry. First, you're gonna watch the States of Matter video through Khan Academy, which focuses on solids, liquids, and gases. And then lastly, I want you to watch this one on plasma, just for a little add-on for because it's fascinating and amazing, and I feel like all kids love plasma or the elements of plasma, but we're never given the opportunity to think of it in that respect because we are only given the options of solid, liquid, and gas for now. But because we have extra time, we're at home, we might as well take a look at it. And once you have finished that, you are going to pop back up here to the States of Matter quiz, which is also hosted for Chemistry by Kids. So if you didn't read that, you are not going to do well on the quiz. So I suggest that you make sure that you read that prior to taking this quiz. And then once you're finished with that, you're going to come back to the Wix site. And I'm so sorry, my son is being very distracting right now. And so after you have done that, you are going to go to the Does It Matter States of Matter reading. So if you click on this link, I'm going to go ahead and read I'm basically reading the book to you guys. It doesn't matter, states of matter. You will have to listen to this in order to be able to answer the reflection question. So once you're done with that state of matter reflection, you're going to write 2 paragraphs. So, and of course, it's always in email form. I have information for you here. So it says states about a reflection. I'd like you to write 2 paragraph reflection. The first paragraph, how did you do on the states of matter quiz? What was your score? What's your favorite state of matter? Okay. The second paragraph, what does each stage of matter, or I'm sorry, how does each stage of matter relate to particle theory? Remember last week we talked about particle theory and what it was and how it worked. I want you to describe how the particles are arranged within each state of matter. Okay. Now there's a hint here. I mentioned this in the book reading. So if you don't remember and you would like to still get top box scores on this reflection, make sure you go to this reading. I mentioned it in the reading. Okay. And then that'll be pretty much it for this week. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please just reach out to me directly. I will be calling you guys and maybe setting up a group chat because I would like to meet with you guys on Google Meet and things like that. I've been able to meet with some students, but not all. So when you get a chance to, when I call, I will talk about best times and things like that to meet with you guys on Google Meet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this introduction to week 4 and it will be helpful in helping you complete your task. If you have any questions, just reach out. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.